Aiden are an American punk rock band from Seattle, Washington that formed in the spring of 2002. They achieved mainstream success during the mid to late 2000s with their classic lineup, featuring vocalist William Francis, guitarists Angel Ibarra and Jake Wambold, bassist Nick Wiggins, and drummer Jake Davison. Aiden's current lineup features Francis, guitarist Ian MacWilliams, bassist Kenneth Fletcher, and drummer Ben Tourkantonis. They are currently touring in support of their final album, Aiden. Style and influences: Aiden have been described as goth punk, emo, horror punk, screamo, post-hardcore and punk rock. Aiden are influenced by and listen to bands such as Misfits, H.I.M., Nirvana and The Damned. Aiden have been compared to the band AFI. History. Early years. The band formed in 2003 and is named after the character Aiden of the 2002 film The Ring. Their first full-length album Our Gang's Dark Oath was released on Dead Teenager Records in 2004. It was recorded while Jake Davison and Angel Ibarra were still in high school, being released shortly after they had left. Nightmare Anatomy. Later in 2005, the band was signed to Victory Records. Their second album and debut for Victory Records, titled Nightmare Anatomy, was released October 4, 2005. The album peaked at number 196 on the Billboard 200, number 9 on the Billboard's Heat Seekers chart, and number 16 on the Billboard Independent Albums chart. The album has since become one of the band's most commercially and critically successful albums to date. It spawned 3 successful singles, The Last Sunrise, Die Romantic, and Knife Blood Nightmare. In March 2006, Aiden played a U.S. tour supporting 30 Seconds to Mars, and later another U.S. tour supporting the Finnish band H.I.M., during their Dark Light tour. In April 2007, he played with Lost Prophets and Taking Back Sunday. Aiden also partook in the Taste of Chaos North American tour alongside the Used, 30 Seconds to Mars, Senses Fail, Sausen, Shadows, and Evelyn. He played a West Coast tour, followed by a national tour, Confessions in the Dark tour, with Drop Dead, Gorgeous, Still Remains, and 1997. They have completed the international Taste of Chaos tour. Conviction and William Control. The band's third studio album entitled Conviction, was released on August 21, 2007. It marks a complete change of style in the band's musical direction. The album received commercial success, peaking at number 54 on the Billboard 200, and at number 5 on the Independent Albums chart. The first single from Conviction, One Love, appears in Resident Evil, Extinction, and their song We Sleep Forever is featured on the soundtrack of the motion picture Dead Silence. On October 9, 2007, through a MySpace bulletin, the band announced that they were filming their next music video for the song Moment, thus confirming it as the next single. The band played a show in Anchorage, Alaska in January 2008, introducing their U.S. tour with Medina Lake in February and March 2008. This was the first part of their 3-part World by Storm tour, the second part of which was a month-long Europe tour with Kill Hannah from late March to late April 2008. The third part, a tour from Massachusetts back to their home base in Seattle, occupied much of May 2008, but the band pulled out of the tour after 2 shows, according to their website, for personal reasons. However, the band did reinstate the final 2 shows, in Spokane and Seattle, near their home base. They played the Bamboozle Festival in East Rutherford, New Jersey in May 2008. Aiden recorded their own version of Ashley Massero's theme music Let's Light a Fire Tonight for the bonus edition of WWE The Music, Volume 8. On May 20, 2008, the band announced on their website that Jake Wambold was no longer a member of Aiden. They played their first live show as a 4-piece in Spokane, Washington on May 24, 2008. Francis has started a website and a MySpace page for a side project called William Control. William Control is a sort of alter ego to WL, and the albums consist of dark content lyric-wise, which WL stated in a Kerrang! Interview did not suit Aiden. Aiden also appeared on the soundtrack to Lost Boys, The Tribe with a cover of the theme song Cry Little Sister, and did a European tour in October 2008, followed by a US tour in November, called the Suffer Little Children Tour, finishing December 7. On December 14 Aiden posted a blog on their MySpace saying that they are in the studio writing and recording songs for their next album. The blog also said that there are about 25 songs that they are working with, and William also mentioned he'd written 30 songs for the new record in an alternative press podcast. Knives Aiden's fourth full-length album entitled Knives was released on May 12, 2009. The album peaked at number 95 on the Billboard 200 and at number 12 on the Independent Albums chart. On March 31, 2009, a new single, Scavengers of the Damned, was made available through iTunes, the second single being Let the Right One In. In April 2009 Aiden announced a UK tour on their MySpace. They stated that they chose the smallest venues that were available. In May Aiden headlined the Music Saves Lives Summer Kickoff Party. While out on the 2009 Vans Warped Tour they did signings for the non-profit organization where they met with fans who gained special access to the band by donating blood. In January and February 2010 the band accompanied Anti-Flag on the Economy Sucks, Let's Party tour, where in Chicago they filmed a live DVD and CD entitled From Hell with Love, which was released on March 16, 2010, as stated in an interview with BareBonesMusic.com. Also in addition they stated on Kerrang that they will be returning to the UK and Europe with Sausen. After Sausen pulled out, the tour was planned to continue but was later cancelled because of a lack of funds. Aiden then toured the UK in November-December 2010 with support from Francisc and the Dead formats. Disguises and Some Kind of Hate On February 2, 2011 the title of their new album was announced on their website, Disguises, which was released on March 29, 2011. The first single released was Walk Among the Dead on iTunes. A music video for Hysteria was released in April, and a music video for A Portrait of the Artist was released the last week in June. On May 9, 2011 Aiden announced that drummer Jake Davison left the band, for reasons of pursuing a new direction in life. According to William in a blog on MySpace, Davison's departure and relationship with the rest of the band did not end badly. Aiden recruited Ryan Seaman, the drummer of Falling in Reverse, and headlined the Horror Nights tour with Vampires Everywhere. I Set to Kill, Dr. Acula, and Get Scared during the summer of 2011. Aiden released their sixth studio album Some Kind of Hate on October 25, 2011. It was the last album released on Victory Records, and the second Aiden album released in 2011. A music video for the first single Broken Bones was filmed, and premiered on YouTube. In December 2011, the band announced, via their official webpage, that they would be headlining the Rock Beyond Belief Festival at Fort Bragg in March. The festival was billed as a secular response to the Christian music festival Rock the Fort, which had previously taken place at Fort Bragg, and the festival organizers used the music video for Hysteria from as part of the event's promotion. On January 1, 2012, lead guitarist Angel Ibarra decided to leave the band. Despite this, the band partook in the Something Wicked This Way Comes tour, that took them all over the U.S. West Coast in January 2012 with Wednesday 13 and Modern Day Escape. For this tour, Ian MacWilliams and Keith West joined the band on guitar and drums, respectively. There Will Be Blood, the opening track from Some Kind of Hate, was used as the theme song for the Total Nonstop Action Wrestling pay-per-view event Genesis. Hiatus. After the end of the Something Wicked This Way Comes tour, Aiden went on hiatus. Francis focused on William Control and his writing career while Wiggins focused on his new band, Girl on Fire. Francis also produced albums for Fearless Vampire Killers and Ashisto Angels during this time. In an interview with Under the Gun Review in January of 2013, Francis stated that Aiden would disband after releasing one more album. The album was originally meant to be released in 2014 but ultimately was pushed back to the next year. Revival and Aiden. On December 30, 2014, Aiden broke their 2-year silence by posting Simply 2015 on their Facebook account, hinting at a possible reunion. On January 2, Francis posted on Facebook that a new Aiden album was in the works. He revealed that Nick Wiggins had left Aiden, leaving him as the only remaining original member. Wiggins was replaced by Kenneth Fletcher, a longtime member of William Control's live band. In July, Francis stated his desire to release the final Aiden album as a free digital download with a planned release date of October 31. In order to fund the album, he auctioned off much of his old Aiden memorabilia, including outfits he wore in Aiden music videos. He also revealed that the album would be self-titled. Aiden includes guest vocals from Ashley Costello of New Year's Day, Adam Crilly of Ashes to Angels, Chris Motionless of Motionless in White, and Craig Mabbitt of Escape the Fate, as well as guest drumming from Falling in Reverse's Ryan Seaman. On October 9, the band released the first song from Aiden, Crawling Up From Hell. During the fall of 2015, Aiden went on the Last Sunrise Tour, billed as the band's final tour and featuring support from Ashes to Angels, Kissing Candice, and Old Wounds. For this tour, Aiden performed Nightmare Anatomy in its entirety. Even though drummer Keith West contributed to Aiden, he was replaced by Ben Tourkantonis for the tour. Controversy. On January 27, 2012, Fox News posted a story involving a controversial promotion of the Rock Beyond Belief concert, a public event organized by atheist members of the military. Aiden agreed to headline the event, promoting the concert using their 2011 music video for Hysteria from the album Disguises. Fox News claims the band is promoting church burning in the video, causing controversy in comments on the music video and the group's Facebook page. Aiden has stated that the promotion of church burning was not their intentions for the song, but rather the hysteria seen in fundamentalists of all faiths. Members Timeline Discography Studio albums Our Gang's Dark Oath did not chart until 2006 when it was reissued through Victory Records. EPs Live albums Singles Awards and nominations Awards won Kerrang! Awards 2006, Best International Newcomer, Metal Hammer Awards 2006, Best Newcomer Nominations Kerrang! Awards 2007, Best Live Band. References. External links, official website.